Hey Chopper, this viewer's not subscribed.
Car D Kaizoku.
This video is brought to you by Adakai TCG. Shop the latest in premium holographic textured custom One Piece cards. Designed for collectors, crafted to stand out. Use code CARDKaizoku for 15% off your next order. This video is sponsored by gumgum.gg. Discover Western OP10 lists and Eastern OP11 lists on gumgum.gg. Updated daily. Be the first to see decks for new leaders as they emerge. With over 1,000 deck lists per set, gumgum.gg has all the top strategies as soon as they drop. This video is sponsored by Card Market, Europe's largest online marketplace for trading card games. Alright, so top 8 of the Aichi Prefecture Championship Series of the Wave 1. Season 1 is what they're calling it. I took a lot of your feedback into account here. I made the stream larger, and then I have all the video controls off to the side, so it's not going to clutter the screen. So let's see how it goes with this new setup here that we've accommodated for. So top 8 here is 3 Belo Betty. Let me go back. So we have 3 Belo Betty. Then we have 1 green purple Luffy. Then we have 1 blue purple Luffy. And then we have 1 blue yellow Nami, the one that we just saw in the first video if you guys didn't catch it. Then we have 1 purple Luffy. And then 1 Enel still. Okay, so that is our top 8 that I've annotated on screen here for you guys. I don't know if this helps or not, but let's just jump right into the start of the match here. We'll skip ahead because I'm watching this after the fact, not live, but trying my best to avoid spoilers. So we have a green purple Luffy. So green purple Luffy. Here's what he does in English. Made the preview a little bigger too. So yeah, Dawn -2 if you have Straw Hat Crew type characters in play only. You can set up to 2 of your Rested Dawn as active, and then this leader gets plus 1k power until the end of your opponent's next turn. You can only activate this once per turn. It makes yourself a 6k base leader. You do have the -2 Dawn to get access to 2 Rested Dawn back as active, but there's a lot of cards in the deck that give you the Dawn back once you minus Dawn. So it's not too much for detriment if you get set up pretty easily. And then we have Belo Betty that we mentioned earlier. So Belo Betty, if you trash a card from your hand, activate main. It has to be a Revolutionary Army type card that you trash, and then 3 of your Rev Army or your trigger type characters get plus 3k power for this turn. So yeah, discard 1 card, give 9k power. If you have 3 characters that can get this buff, it's a total of 9k. So it's really, really explosive. Actually does really well into green purple Luffy, right? Because green purple Luffy does run a lot of bricks, and then if they don't get set up early enough, it is pretty easy to overwhelm them. So yeah, we'll see how this match goes. If the green purple Luffy does get lucky with his draws and his counters, and he doesn't misses all his ramp and then get too far behind, he does stand a chance, but in most cases Belo Betty has the upper hand in this matchup. So we just have to see what ends up happening. We'll just skip the game start. Right, no point in waiting. Okay, green purple Luffy's hand. As you can see here, there's no counter. I think he mulliganed for this hand. He does have Gum Gum Giant, right? So that will give him 4k counter later on. You don't want to use it too early. The stage can potentially find him something good. It just draws a card. In this particular matchup, it's useless because Belo Betty doesn't really KO by cost. Green gives him access to Electrical Luna that keeps all the 7 costs on board rested if they are rested already. So that could help buy like a turn. And then yeah, Luffy Taro is probably not going to do too much in this matchup. And then the Secret Luffy is only good when you're trying to go for game. So this is like the worst case scenario hand you could have against Belo Betty. Then we'll skip to the Belo Betty's opening hand. So Belo Betty has quite a lot of options here, right? If Belo Betty is going second, Kuma is always the next thing to drop. It may not KO anything because it KOs a 2k power on board, but the fact that it's a 2k power character means that it could always become a 5k when your opponent uses the lead ability. And then Koala as well, also great. This can actually combo with the Kuma to KO a 5k this way. Lindbergh also combos with the Koala really well for the same reasons. He KOs on attack. And then yeah, this Kuma is just a 2k, and then Karasu is great. He gets minus 1k power to a character, and then or leader, and it persists the whole turn. If you can find the 5 cost Ivankov or 4 cost Ivankov, either one, like either this one or this one. This one would find Karasu off the top of the deck, but this one can let you play it from hand. This is what the Belo Betty player is going to try to look for, because this comboed with the Karasu means that you can play this on like your second turn if you're going second. But let's just see what ends up happening in the game. Let's just skip to the game start. So Belo Betty probably does want to go second here. We'll see if they get the better curve. Yeah, green purple is going first, so this is going swimmingly for the Belo Betty player. Okay, plays the stage, draws into Frankie, so he at least has a 1k here. That'll save him a little bit. Something he can play on his second turn as well. Belo Betty plays that Kuma out. Yeah, just it's an attacking body later on. Okay, so passes back to green purple. So we could just see leader 5 and then the Frankie out for 3. Yep, it is 5, and the Belo should just take it. Could get a lucky Lindbergh trigger or something. Does get a 5 cost Ivankov. Okay, that's something he can play 2 turns later. So out comes the Frankie. Frankie at least can attack back into the Kuma once the Kuma does attack. So it's great to have like something out you can attack with. And then, yeah, in case you want to know what Frankie does, on play or when attacking, if you have less Dawn than your opponent, you can ramp a rested Dawn. And yeah, he did find the Ivankov that he needed off the top of his deck. He plays it out. Now, if he cheats out the Karasu, it does make the opponent's leader into a 4k. And then if he leader abilities, it'll be a 5 at 4 and then a 5 at 4. That would burn 2k counter, 2k counters. We'll see if he does it. But it's looking like he's thinking of discarding this Ivankov for leader ability. Oh, he just swings 5. Okay, so he doesn't. Okay, so Green Purple Luffy takes and gets another 0k counter. And he drew a 0k counter. This is actually not okay, it's 0k. Not okay at all for the Green Purple Luffy. He's the leader ability, so this is a 5, this is an 8. This Ivankov, if you remember from earlier, when it is 7k or more, it can cheat out a character, so he cheats out this Lindbergh here. And if he moves cards like that, my annotations don't make sense. So yeah, here's a 5 at leader, who is still just a 5. But he did take both hits, just because he literally got 0k counter. He even got another 0k counter from life. Right, this Frankie was his only counter, and it's out on board. So just really unfortunate for the Green Purple Luffy, but this is what happens with the deck sometimes. And yeah, and Green Purple Luffy drew into stage. I don't know what's gonna get him out of this. He has 5 Dawn. Sanjay Pudding might have been like nice to have here. It wouldn't save him by any regard. It does play out the Zordro, so it lets him look at the top 5 cards of his deck for a Purple Star Haiku type card. And he did find a 2k, his singular 2k there. So at least he has it. Right, his hand in total has 2k counter. Betty has 4 cards in hand, but way more counter than Green Purple Luffy does. Now, I don't think he's gonna leader ability because that would set him back to 5 Dawn next turn. And he can't do anything with 3 Dawn anyway. So we could just see the stage come out, potentially find more counter. Right, because Frankie can just swing for free into the Kuma. There's 4 into 2. Okay, so he's swinging 5 at lead. Okay. Let's see if the Belo counters or tries to go for another Lindbergh. Because Lindbergh does trigger out. Right, this guy here. That's what's on board right now. He has a trigger that lets you cheat himself out. He ends up taking it. Ooh, gets a Kuma trigger. Okay, so Kuma, if your leader has Red Army type and the total of the lives are 5 or less, it's 2 plus 2. If it's less than 5, you trigger it out for free, so it's a 5k attacker you can have access to. And yeah, looks like he did leader ability here to get access to 2 more Dawn. So he swings 4 into 2, right? That's pretty safe. Yep. He gets 1 rested Dawn back from the Frankie's ability. So that Kuma dies. He still has 2 Dawn up. I'm guessing he's saving it for Gum Gum Giant. I wonder why he did leader ability. He doesn't need 2 Dawn up, does he? What does that demonic whatever card do again? Okay, so it's an on main card. It's not a counter event. So he didn't need to leader ability, right? Because he still had 1 Dawn up. But it does make his leader a 6k base, right? So I guess he's banking out the fact that he's not going to get too much more counter, so at least he'll have to commit 1 more Dawn than he would normally would to attack into the Luffy. Yeah, Belo Betty did get the stage. I don't know if they will even play it at this point. It just becomes a card they can chuck for the leader ability. So if they did leader ability, this would be an 8, this would be an 8, and this would be an 8 as well. And this can cheat out another body, and then this can KO a 3k. So if he does play the Koala, it can actually KO the Zoro here, turn him into a 3k. And then yeah, this Kuma can just swing for 8k. Plays the Karasu out. Okay, so this gives minus 1k, probably to the leader. So he went from 6 back to 5, right, so he's a 5k right now. As we see the Koala can give minus 3k to this Zoro if he wants to. Yeah, I'll show Karasu while he's setting up. So this is what Karasu does on play or when attacking. And if you have 7,000 power or more on the Karasu, he gives -1k to leader or character. So it does play out that Koala, as we mentioned. Pretty sure it's targeted at Zoro. Then Brook swung 8 at face, and that KOs the Zoro here. And then the Luffy player, I don't think he got any counter, did he? I count 3k total. Here's another 8. Another 8 at lead. He might have the Gungam Giant. Right, he needs it to stop this 9k. For 9k. This 8k attack for 9. But it would get rid of this 2 Dawn. So he'd be back to like 4 Dawn total next turn. He does Gungam Giant. Okay, so that's exactly what he needs to do to survive, to not die this turn. Let's see what he gets. He got, okay, a Chopper and then a Gungam Jet Gatling. So that's at least 4k more. So he has 2, 4, 7k counter right now. So yeah, he's a little safer, but again, he's only going to be at 4 Dawn next turn. And he ends up countering with the Gungam Giant. And another 1k from the just Ivankov's hit. I didn't notice that they attacked with the Ivankov. So all these went through, he defended them all. So leader swings for 9 here. And yeah, he looks like he only has 3k counter here, so it's going to be a take, going down to 0. He passes and he gets a Luffy Taro that's not counter there, so yeah, it's looking like it's over. Right, it's not much you can do for 4 Dawn here. He did get a Gungam Giant, so that'll buy like a turn maybe. Probably not. I think he still has game. Right, for this Frankie to even like attempt to kill one of these, he needs to attach 1 Dawn to make him a 5. And then yeah, it's easy for him to counter any of these hits because he does have 3k in hand. A Luna might buy him time. Luna would freeze these 3, and that would be 3 Dawn here. But yeah, at 0 life with the leader and Koala and Karasu, that should be enough for game. Because the Green Purple Luffy has no way to deal with these 2, even if he freezes these 3. Yeah, here's Luna that I mentioned. Right, all your opponent's rescue characters with a cost of 7 or less do not become active. In case you needed context for that. Yeah, I really don't see a way out of this. It might be over. I'm like 99.999999% sure it's over. But if he pulls it out somehow, would love to see what he comes up with. You could play a Chopper. A Chopper would stop 1 attack. Oh, but then this Limburg would just pop it for free. Wonder if the judge just told him to to not slow play. Might have given him a warning. So the casters are bringing up the demonic aura. I don't think that helps him here either. Right, it can rest one of these, but it would have to rest a Frankie from being able to attack. So swings 5 at leader. Okay, he's going for game. Counters 1k. He's gonna have the leader ability, right? So he can return this Dawn and this Dawn to make leader a 6. But you want to have spent 2 of these Dawn somehow. You can play the Chopper out. Right, Chopper and then leader ability, and then he'll have 3 Dawn left over to use. So he does just Luna? Okay. And then he can leader ability and play Chopper? Yep, and he does leader ability here. So 6. 2 Dawn for a Chopper, or maybe 1 Dawn for Gungam Giant. And then swing 7 into a character. Or you could hope to Gungam Giant into another Gungam Giant. But he wouldn't have Dawn to play 2 in a row. So does 6 at face. He does have the perfect 2k for it, yep. And it's denied. Has to turn with 2 up. Because yeah, if he did Gungam Giant, he would have to return these 2 and then he'd have no more Dawn for the second one. So he's a 6k base with 3k counter and 1 Gungam Giant. These are G's, because you can't tell. They look like 9s. Okay, let's see how he does the attack string. So these are chosen from Luna still. So he did leader ability, right? His hand's empty, so this is a 9k, and then turn the leader back into a 5. So this is going 9 into 5. The Bone Giant brings him to 4. Then he needs a 1k on top of this. And the Nami was the extra 1k here. And then, what is this? Koala for 7. Gets countered. And then leader for lethal. And that is game. Okay, so yeah, that was pretty handedly won by the Belo Betty there. That's kind of how this matchup usually goes. But yeah, hopefully the improvements that I made make this a little easier to watch and follow. Again, don't be shy to leave feedback. I want to make this better. So yeah, I guess if you guys enjoy these, I'll do the next match. And then I'll do the finals after that. Right, it's top 4 and then top 2. And then after top 2, it's over, right? If my math is correct. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. And yeah, until next time, bye.
Car D Kaizoku.